Hello internet friends, my name is Catherine and I'm the human behind creation Miss Couture. And today is a special episode of Leave No Dye Behind. So just full disclaimer, we're using red colors in this episode. So if you are someone who doesn't like to see red things that are liquid, please just don't watch it or just skip ahead to the, I would say, 3-minute 50-second mark. I will have over here just like the timestamp that you would be more comfortable to start watching. So, in full disclaimer, it seems like there's a lot of not water. It seems like there's a lot of red left in this dye bath, and this, you would be correct. There was issues with the fiber I dyed in that dye bath, and that's why I have so much red left in the dye pan. Usually we don't have that much red. So yes, there's a lot of reds that will, like, will never be able to have a clear vat. Unfortunately, you will always have a light pink hint in the water, but this time it was full on red. It was a full bath, like we were able to create an actual color with it, so it was very intense for that bath. So I had issues with it. I felted my fiber, which was not pleasant. So without further ado, let's get into this. So I worked with a dye bath that was red, and now I have all of this leftover dyes because I also speckled with red and not all the dye dissolved properly. So when I came to take out the fiber I had in this pan, I had all this beautiful leftover of red dye, and we're not going to let this go to waste. So I'm just going to be adding 2 skeins of my classic silk base, which is 80% superwash merino, 20% nylon. I'm just going to grab my gloves. So since we were working already in this dye bath, and that is leftover dye from that, I already have acid in it. So I have roughly 2 teaspoons of acid in it, and we don't know how much dry powder there was left in this. I already turned on the heat to start the strike process. Just going to wet all the yarn here. And see, we are already absorbing some of it. I'm just going to move a little bit with the tie wraps so we don't have too much resist in those areas. Yeah, it's almost all absorbed and as almost all strike. We're going to have some white patches because we were working with dry skeins, which is to be expected. I was working with fiber and it smells like a sheep today. Okay, so it's pretty much, it's already on the yarn. So what I think I'm going to do, because I have some leftovers from another project, should I do what I'm thinking of doing? I think I'm going to add it. I have a yellow leftover, so it will be creating an orange with this, so why not? Let's see what kind of orange we can get with this. I think it's a leftover of duckling from a while ago, so I had to use it. Oh, it's kind of cute. It creates some soft peach colors. It's going to get much lighter than this once the fiber has dried. Okay, I think we're going to leave it at that. Okay, so is it actually open? Yes. Okay, so we're going to let it cook for half an hour and we'll come back. It's already pretty much all absorbed. So we're just going to let it cook half an hour, and then when it will have reached the half an hour point, I'll turn it off. And then after that, I will let it cool completely and wash it. So we'll see you in a bit. Okay, so it's been half an hour and everything has struck the yarn, and you can see that the yellow from the duckling, which usually yellow has a tendency to have a slower absorption rate, which is perfectly fantastic when you have little coverage like we had with the red leftover from the dye bath. So it allowed for the yellow to spread a little bit more and to come and play and create those very pastel and subtle color variation over here. So it's super nice. I'm going to turn off the heat on this and I will let it cool down completely, and we will be washing it and we shall see the result later. All right, see you in a bit. Simply due to the fact that we were using leftover dye, I'm not expecting to have a whole lot of bleeding happening here. We might see a little bit of the yellow because sometimes, since yellow have it take longer to spread and strike, sometimes you will see a little hint of it in the dye bath, but you can see that our dye bath was perfectly clear, which is fantastic. That's what we always aim for when it comes to dyeing yarn. We had lit this on the stove for 30 minutes to make sure that everything was properly setting into the skeins and to seal that beautiful color in the skeins. And you can already see how much the duckling has spread into the yarn. Because, like I mentioned earlier, yellows have a tendency to strike slightly slower than other colors. So this is definitely something you need to keep in mind if you're working with yellow in your formulas and your recipes. So to make sure that you add it at the right time for the absorption that you're looking for the look you're going for. So we're going to put this in the spin dryer and then let it dry overnight, and we will see the final result soon. And here's the final result of our leave no dye behind. So you can see that we still keep some of the yellow that created those beautiful ombre effect of orange and peach and pink and very subtle pinks over here. So what happened here is that we basically recreated peach blush from Dharma Acid dyes. That is incredible. And this is what I mean by, if you know your color theory and you know how to use your primary colors, you can recreate pretty much any of the secondary and tertiary colors that are offered on other people's website, and you can like just make sure that you have enough of those primary colors and you can create pretty much everything you want. I'm still loving some of those other secondary and tertiary colors from those companies, so I'm still going to be using them, but this is something that you need to keep in mind, especially when it comes times where some companies are reformulating their dye powders and stuff like that, so that way you can still recreate colors that you like. Obviously, if you're selling it, you would have to clearly state that the colors are reformulated, but that's what I mean. So it's very cool. I'm very happy with this. So remember that we were using the leftover bath dyes from a red that I believe was poinsettia, and also leftover from duckling, so red and yellow, and we were able to create those beautiful peach colors here and those very soft and pastel pink in this color. So yeah, so this is what it looks like once it's dry. It's very fun, soft and pretty, very, I feel almost Easter-like if you celebrate that. I'm very happy with that one. So if you've liked the video, please consider sharing, liking, and subscribing to the channel, and I will see you very soon. Thank you. Bye.